So thank you everyone for being here today. This workshop is part of the series for the next top blockchain startup, a global online hackathon startup competition and accelerator program. If you haven't registered yet and have an idea, head over to the next top blockchain startup on DevPost to learn more. And I'll also drop the link in the chat. This event is being hosted by the Blockchain Education Network, otherwise known as BEN, the largest and longest running network of students, alumni, professors, teachers, professionals, and community leaders excited about blockchain across the world. Today, we have Yuling from Polygon, who will give us an intro on building Dapps, and then we'll open up to questions at the end. So thank you again for Yuling, and it's all you.
Thanks, Bennett, for the introduction. And I'm Yuling. I'm the integration lead from Polygon, and it's an absolute privilege and pleasure for me to be here today and to have the workshop here with every one of you. So then just want to give a quick introduction first about Polygon. So then, just everyone knows, or a lot of you may know, just like in 2017 with the Crypto Kitties episode on Ethereum, there's like huge network congestion because of the popularity of the kittens, and everyone just experienced very poor user experiences, and so then there are a lot of dropped transactions, and also there's delays as well. So then like the transactions would have to be stalled. So then all those poor UX, it basically just get in the way of the mainstream adoption, apparently. And that is where Polygon comes in. So then with this name first being called Matic, as many of you probably have known or used in the past, but Polygon, well, Matic actually just rebranded itself to Polygon in early this year, and but its target is just to solve pain points like this, just about network congestions and slow speeds and high gas fees associated with blockchains, and it does so without sacrificing on security. So then with that said, I actually just want to do a quick walkthrough to Polygon's current Ethereum scaling solution. So then if you just look at this graph that we have here, we basically have like three different layers, right? So then this is the three-layer architecture. On the left, or like at the top here, you can see that we have Ethereum mainnet here, and so then that is just like our parent chain, and then we would just have staking and Plasma smart contract deployed on the mainnet, and then coming up or going to the right, you will be able to see two additional layers here. So one is proof of stake layer, which we call as a handle layer. And then the other one is where the blocks are produced, which we call as board layer. It's just a short for block producer layer. So then, just for the block producer layer here, we see it basically is the layer that is responsible for aggregating transactions into blocks. So then blocks are produced at this layer, and then just for every few blocks on this layer, a validator, or just a bunch of validators on handle layer, they would validate all the blocks since the last checkpoint, and then they would just create a Merkle tree of the block hashes and publishes the Merkle root to the main chain here on Ethereum. And the checkpoints are important for two reasons. So one is that it's able to provide transaction finality on the root chain. And by root chain here, I mean like the layer that we have here, the Ethereum mainnet. And then it also just provides proof of burn when we are withdrawing our asset from the Polygon to the main chain, Ethereum. So then with this layer of security or finality on the mainnet, that basically makes Polygons stand out because they act more like a commit chain, right? So all the transaction finality happens on the main chain instead of like the regular side chains. And then therefore Polygon is able to provide security while it does amazing job on lowering the transaction fee as well as improve the throughput of the transactions on the chain. So then let me just put this right. So then here it's said that you know, Polygon is founded in 2017, and so then the main thought process here around scaling in 2017 was actually Plasma, and this actually brings the next topic here, which is the problems, right? So then we can see like in 2017 when Plasma was very promoted at that time, we do realize that there's a challenge period that comes with Plasma solution for scaling. And then just with Polygon, the challenging period is like 7 days, which is great if you have, you know, just an asset of high stake that you want to ensure that it's very secure. So then during this 7-day challenge period, if there's any question about the transaction happens on the commit chain or on the side chain, or, you know, in Plasma's case, a layer 2, then the transaction is going to be challenged and looked at, right? So then that way, it's very necessary to ensure the security of the asset. However, 7 days, this is like a long period for a lot of dApps, or, you know, for ERC-20 token transfers, or for gaming dApps, or for NFT dApps. So because of that, there's adaptation in Matic back then, so which is to introduce POS chain. And so then, you know, clearly there will not be a spectrum of, well, there will not be a single scaling option that will solve all the issues, right? So then it's more depending on the requirements of the dApp or of the project, right? So then, you know, just for different scaling options that we offer at Polygon now or in the future, the goal is to combine the best of Ethereum secure chains. So should that be layer 2 aggregator or a standalone blockchain like sidechains into this multi-chain system, and just to let the developers to decide which solution will work the best for them. So then however, like, although it's similar to other scaling solutions like Polkadot or Cosmo or Avalanche for interoperability of different blockchains, but with a few major upsides in the solution that we provide in Polygon, which is Ethereum being the main hub to connect everything. So that if you just look at the Polygon solution here that we have in this graph, right? So then, just having Ethereum mainnet in the center as a hub to connect all those different solutions, should that be POS or Plasma or ZK rollup or optimistic rollup here, we basically are able to offer the benefits from Ethereum's mainnet effect for its strong community of devs and users, and of course EVM, and it's a smart contract programming language solidity, especially its long history of serving as a reliable base chain, right? And all this would be hard to replicate, and it also takes time to develop as well. So because of this solution, it basically is turning Ethereum into a fully fledged multi-chain system. And now just the power of Polygon. So then as its current position as a leading scaling solution with over 10 billion worth of assets held on the network. So then it's just a total value logged on the network now, and roughly 7 million daily transactions and daily active address on Polygon over 100,000. And we also get a 2-second block time functionality on main chain. This is our POS solution. And like the average transaction cost is like like a fraction of a cent. So then, and also it's a EVM compatibility, especially for dev. Everything works on Ethereum. It works here on Polygon. And as I said, with its checkpoint transactions onto Ethereum network to secure assets on Ethereum through its POS and Plasma hybrid bridge approach, it's able to enhance the user experience with high throughput and security, and with near zero transaction fee, right? So then now that we see the power of Polygon, and let's just dive into how we can utilize this in our own development of project. And so then the first I would like to start with deploying a smart contract onto Polygon in Remix. So okay, so then we'll come back to those afterwards. And let's just take a quick look at this. So then first, I would just share this Duck Matic network. This is Polygon Duck, and it has very comprehensive information about Polygon and about Ethereum as well. So then you will be able to find a lot of information that you need on the Duck, especially just all the topics that we covered here, and you will also be able to find some sample code snippets there as well, and just a very comprehensive information here. So then first, let's just take a quick look at a Remix smart contracts that we have in here. Very cool. All right. So then, just in Remix, I have this very straightforward, simple smart contract, right? And so then, we would like to deploy this onto Polygon Network. And the first thing that we need to do is basically to come to the Polygon Duck and And then we can just probably share this information in our chat. Let me just put the link here. Oh, thank you very much. Send it. Okay, so we got that. Thanks. Right. So then this is the place that you want to go to basically get all the network detail information to configure the Polygon blockchain information in MetaMask or in Truffle config file. So then like here, you know, like we're able to see the network name and the chain ID and also public RPC and WebSockets RPC as well. And, you know, just block explorer, all those information that you would need to configure Polygon network. And this is for the mainnet. And if you're doing this on your testnet, which is going to be our case today, Polygon testnet is called Mumbai testnet, and its parent chain is Goli, and you will be able to get all those information here. So then first thing first, let's just look at the configuration of this in MetaMask. And so then here you can see that I'm currently on Ethereum mainnet, right? So then if you just click on this drop down, you will be able to find custom RPC. And then here, it's very straightforward. You basically just copy over all the required fields here. You know, just you basically just copy over all the information from this doc and over to the fields here, right? So then the network here would be Mumbai, and then since this is testnet, so then you can also put down testnet, right? Just for your own information. And then the chain ID, we have it here. And oh, wrong field. Okay. And then, you know, just for the new RPC URL, just feel free to use any of the RPCs that you see here, right? And you can also feel free to create your own dedicated free RPC URL from Infura or from QuickNotes, from all those providers that we have in here. And so then, you know, I can just use RPC Mumbai Matic today. And then the symbol here would be Matic. And Block Explorer, I have it here, but then you will be able to find it on this page, right? So then after you're done with this, you just click on save, and that's it. You will have it here in MetaMask, because I already have this information here. So basically, if you just take a look at here, that's going to be the information that we just went through. Right, okay, so then after we're done with this, we can just copy our account, right? And then I'm just gonna use my first account here. And since this account has already got some Matic test tokens, but then for you to be able to deploy on Polygon, you will need some Matic test tokens. That is a native token that we use on Polygon. And you know, just here you will be able to find the link for Polygon test token that you can just get from this link here, right? But again, this link is available on the doc. So then here, you will just be able to specify, you know, you want this on Mumbai testnet, and then you want Matic token. And I'm just gonna paste over my account address that I just copied from MetaMask, and I do submit, confirm. Okay. Okay. All right. So then since my account already has more than enough tokens, so then this is not gonna give me extra tokens, but that's how you request the tokens on Matic for site. And once you have that available in your account, then you will be able to come back to your remix. And then from here, let's just do migration to Polygon. So first you wanna select this as injected Web3, right? And you wanna select Matic, Mumbai, Testnet as the blockchain that you wanna connect to. And so then this account is the account that you already got some test Matic token in. And once you are done with those, you just click on deploy, and then you need to sign the transaction. So we just confirm. Okay, awesome. So then we can see that our contract now is deployed on Polygon, right? So then, just a quick interaction with that. I just did increment. So then again, you're gonna need to sign transaction for it. But then as you can see, the gas fee, it basically is almost to 0. And then you basically just assign this, and now your account is 1, as you can see, right? So so then you're also able to check its transaction information on Polygon Scan, which is developed by Etherscan, and just to check the transactions there as well. So then this is the simple steps that we do to deploy smart contract to Polygon in Remix. And then the next, I'm just going to cover how you do it in Truffle. And as you can see here, deploying on Polygon, we basically has support for Remix for Truffle. And for some of you who like to use hard hat, the steps are very similar as well, right? So all those details you're able to just copy over from the Duck. So then let's see, with our Truffle, I basically would like to use Visual Studio for it, and then just this is very straightforward smart contract. It's a ERC20 token smart contract, and then as you can see, it basically just extends ERC20 token, and then it just gives a name and symbol and initial supply, nothing more. And then here in the Truffle config file, that's where you configure different blockchain network information, right? So by default, we have the local Ganache blockchain here configured, and also I have Matic configured here, and we can also just change this to Polygon. It's actually just a name, so then you can use Matic or you can use Polygon, so then here you can see all those information. I basically get them again just from the Polygon Duck as well. So then all those information, right? You basically just like copy over, and then you just put it to your Truffle config file. The only thing that I changed was that here, instead of just use a public RPC, which I did, I actually did my dedicated free URL as well. So then you can just go to any of the public RPC, and then there you basically create your own project ID, and then you will be able to use it here. And so then I specified my mnemonic key in the file, right? So then that's how I created my HD wallet provider. And let's just give it a run and see how it goes. So like I'm in this project folder, and I want to go ahead and just to execute the script to specify to export my mnemonic key. And here you want to do truffle migrate -- network, since I just changed the name from Matic to Polygon. So I'm just going to use Polygon. Wait, something. Okay, so then I'm just going to use Polygon right here. And I definitely don't want this going here, and I want Polygon to be here. Okay. All right. So then here is Polygon, right? And since I've deployed it earlier, so I just put reset here. That way, it's going to let me to do a fresh migration here. So then, just again, at this point, you already have some Matic test token in your account, and then you basically specified your mnemonic key here in a .env file or a script, right? And you can also use private key as well. So then here you specify the public RPC, and that's all you have to do. It basically is just like the way that you do with your smart contract deployment to Ethereum, Testnet, or mainnet. Everything's the same. So then we can see at this point it's successfully deployed to Polygon, and we can just copy over. We can just copy this transaction hash, and then we'll take a quick look for the transaction information. And let's just go back to this window and let's see. I should have, so we have this, not that, okay. So basically this is a Mumbai Testnet Explorer. And just there's another Explorer that we like to use, as I mentioned, Polygon Scan, which is just like Etherscan, and it's also developed by Etherscan team. So then this interface might be more familiar to more of you. But then since I'm like on Testnet, so I'm just going to use this Testnet Explorer here. And since I copied over my transaction hash for the deployment of my smart contract ERC20 token, and so then I just copied over here, and then you will be able to see that the token has been minted, and and then the contract has been deployed. And it's deployed from my account, this 0x94 account. This is account where I got some Matic test token. And this is our smart contract address created, right? So then now that, okay, so then this is our awesome token, TT. So then the metadata information available for ERC20 token here. So everything is very, very straightforward, as you can see at this point, right? Just to recap, everything that you do with Polygon. It's just exactly the same in terms of the tools that you use, the smart contract solidity programming that you use, and also the Truffle config file, that you use. Everything is the same. So then you just have to specify the Polygon specific parameters here, and then you're good to go. And that's also like why devs love Polygon, because there's absolutely no learning curve. So everything is like all already known. And Polygon also has this developer first approach. So, not only there's no new skill required to port pre-existing Dapp to Polygon. You can just build out a new Dapp directly on Polygon with skills that you are very familiar with, or like you're trying to learn at this point. And so that if you are, or you're going to be an Ethereum developer, then you're already, or you will become a Polygon developer. So then let's just see two different ways to interact with Polygon. So then the first is just to build a new Dapp, right? And then you just head over to Remix, or just to Truffle as we just did, and then you can just deploy your new brand new smart contract. Or if you already at this point have a Dapp, you can just use Polygon as a faster transaction layer, right? And then with that said, you basically just get your token, ERC20 token, ERC721 token, or ERC1155 token mapped to Polygon. And then you can just deposit your asset, just from Ethereum to Polygon. And then you can just do all the transactions, transfer, or just all those different transactions on Polygon with minimum transaction fees and high speed. And then when you're done, if you want to withdraw your token onto Ethereum, you can do that as well. So then I'm going to show you the next a tool that does all that. Just for your Dapp, you can use JavaScript SDK to handle all the heavy lifting for you to interact with your smart contract on Polygon. Of course, you can just use your own Web3 as well, but Polygon SDK is able to provide many straightforward API that you can just use, and just it's more efficient, and you don't have to worry about all the details in a smart contract. So then let's just take a quick look at. So now we're done with this. Okay. All right. So so now we can just take a quick look at this wallet. It's a Polygon wallet that we developed as a tool that you use to basically transfer funds from Ethereum to Polygon. And also, like on Polygon, you're able to do all the different transactions to different accounts. And then when you're ready to withdraw, you're able to withdraw that to mainnet, right? So then with that said, first we need to log in. And in order to log in, we would have to do Ethereum mainnet at this point. All right. And I'm going to use MetaMask, but as you can see, Wallet Connect is also supported. Okay, so now I'm just going to sign and just to prove the access to the wallet. This is like a login. Okay, so once you're in here, you will be able to move funds from Ethereum to Polygon. And then if you just click here, it takes you to Polygon Bridge here, right? So then if you have Ethereum in your accounts, you can just like specify in here, and you know, click on transfer, and the fund is able to reach Polygon. And this is one match, and then once your fund is available on Polygon, you're able to do all those transactions here, right? You're able to withdraw your token on Polygon to back to Ethereum, right? Just to exit, or you're able to send this to different accounts, right? And there's a decentralized exchange quick swap that basically supports all the token swap on Polygon. So then what you can do is that you can first transfer your fund from Ethereum to Polygon through the Polygon wallet. And then once it's on Polygon, right, you're able to use quick swap to basically swap that to all the different tokens that you would want, right? So then here there's like a whole list of tokens that are currently supported on Polygon. So then by doing this, you will be able to save the transaction fee. So then once your swap is done, you can have them stay on Polygon. And you can also just do transfer back to Ethereum. So then those are the use case for Polygon POS bridge transfers. And so then next, I would like to talk about the network agnostic feature on Polygon. So so then again, let's just come back to our Duck. Everything here is available, especially like the stuff that we talked about. And so then meta transactions, right? So basically, this is when you want to pay the transaction gas fee for that user while collecting fees from them on a monthly basis, right? So then it can be in the form of some stable tokens. That way you will have a great UX experience. They don't have to worry about signing, just transaction fees every time they want to make some transactions on your Dapp. And then we have Biconomy that does that in Polygon. So basically, this is a very scalable transaction rate layer infrastructure, and it's able to craft meta transactions in the following two ways. So one is that you do not have your own native meta transaction implemented, right? You can just directly use Biconomy SDK, and then just like in this approach, you will be able to just have the user to share the information with the off-chain Biconomy relayer, and then just behind the scene, what happened is that for each user, an upgradable contract wallet is created, and which just acts as a proxy contract, and it relays all the transactions to this destination smart contract for a Dapp, right? And so then user first needs to keep all their asset under supervision of this proxy contract, and all blockchain transactions will be routed clear this proxy contract. So then, you know, those 4 steps that they do in economy. Of course, all those steps are like in the black box taken care of by economy, and you basically just have to follow their structure, and meta transaction is going to be supported in your dApp. And then so then here we basically have different steps that you do to have economy included in your dApp, and there's also some simple code that you can reference as well in your dApp. And then another way is if dApp already supports meta transaction, right? So then the economy layer can directly talk to the dApp contract. So then we don't need any of the steps that we see in here, right? So then, you know, like for the user, it basically just signs and, you know, just share the interaction details with the economy relayer. And then the relayer just send sign transactions and pay for the transaction fee. So then those are like two different ways. And also, you know, if you want to get more information about this, we also have a code that you can look at as well, you know, just for implementing network agnostic transactions in your dApp. And also, you know, like Polygon has a partnership with Oracle, with Graph as well, and with Confluent. So, you know, like if ever your dApp needs all those features, you know, just to come to the doc and then just to check out all those information on as to how you should interact with different components in this ecosystem. All right, so now let's just come back to our tokens, right? Because many of you may just develop dApp that's related to ERC tokens, right? So then the question would be once, so for example, if you already have your dApp crafted on Ethereum mainnet, right? And now you want to take advantage of the high throughput and low gas cost on Polygon. How do you do it with your tokens, right? So then, okay, so then with that, we can just see there's POS bridge or plasma bridge that you use. And with POS bridge, which is like one of the solutions that we provide in Polygon, as we went over in the beginning, is a faster approach, but its transaction finality is still on Ethereum through checkpoints. And with Plasma Bridge, since there's a 7-day challenge period, so like when you want to exit the fund from the bridge back to Ethereum mainnet, the wait can be a little bit overwhelming for some dApps, right? So then depending on which one will suit your dApp's requirement more, you can, you know, choose either POS bridge or Plasma bridge. But the way you implement it is pretty much the same. So then, you know, just with POS bridge, we can just take a quick look at ERC20 token in this case, right? So then we would like to be able to deposit and withdraw our ERC20 token on Polygon. And so then, you know, just with the deposit ERC20 token for the high level flow, we basically first need to approve this ERC20 predicate. This is actually a smart contract that Polygon deploys on Ethereum mainnet, right? So then you need to approve this contract to spend the tokens that have been deposited. So then you just make the deposit for call root chain manager. So then this is another smart contract that Polygon offers. So you don't have to know the details about those two smart contracts, but the two steps are, first you need to approve, and then the second you do the deposit for. And so then, we actually have the code snippets here as well for your reference. And then like when you want to withdraw tokens from Polygon to mainnet, right? First, you would like to burn the tokens on Polygon chain. And then you call exit function to basically submit the proof of burn transactions, right? And which is going to be checked against the checkpoint. And once that one is verified, and your fund is able to exit from Polygon chain back to the mainnet, right? So both deposit and withdrawal in this case, it has two steps. Right, and then if you want to know more detailed steps about how exit happens on Polygon, you can check out the information here. So then, just for deposits and checkpoint event tracking on POS Bridge, there's also a snippet code here that you can reference as well. And so then now mapping asset, right? So then we talked about when you have already a ERC20 token deployed on Ethereum mainnet, right? And you would like to bring that to Polygon to take advantage of its fast speed and low cost. And the way to do it is through this mapper that we have in this link, right? So then let's just quickly get access to it. And then here you will be able to see that there's a button on the top, right? So then here you can just do click on that, and then you want to put down, the token type. Should that be 20 or 721? And so then first, if you already have it available on Ethereum, you want to put down your tokens address from Ethereum. And then if this ERC20 token, for example, if its implementation is very, very straightforward, it basically just follows all the ERC20 protocol standards, and it doesn't really have much of custom logic information embedded in there, then you will be able to utilize this mapper and just to leave this Matic token address blank, and Polygon is able to create corresponding smart contract on Polygon and deploy that for you. So we call that as a child token contract, right? So then that is very simple way to do. However, if your ERC20 token already has a lot of custom logic, right, stuff for like if it's a burnable token, right, and or it has other complex logic embedded in there, then what you would like to do is that you basically would like to deploy your own smart contract on Polygon yourself. And after you deploy that, you want to come to the mapper here, and then you want to specify your token address information on Polygon, and you submit the mapping request, and it's going to be reviewed by Polygon team to make sure that the standard is followed correctly. But you know, just here we basically have a child ERC20 token code snippets here as well, right? So then very, very important thing to note here is that for child ERC20 token in this example, if you're to deploy your own child token, then there are two key functions that you would need in your child token smart contract. One is deposit and one is withdrawal. So we need to have those two functions in order to have Polygon POS bridge or Plasma bridge to support your child token on Polygon. So then for the workflow, you know, like how the deposit and withdrawal functions are called, if you're interested in knowing about it, feel free just to come here and to read about it. It has a lot of good information in here as to how the POS bridge works, and also you can see its code as well. But then just for you to basically, you know, just to map your token to Polygon from Ethereum, the step is very, very straightforward, and you know, it's just to check if there's a lot of custom logic in your existing ERC20 token, and you know, if there is, then you want to implement your own smart contract and make sure that you have deposit and withdrawal, and then you can reference the code snippet here, and once you're done, you go to the mapper, and there you just map the two addresses, and that is it. So then here, the steps here, deploy root token on the root chain, and ensure your child token has deposit and withdrawal functions, and then deploy your child token on the child chain, Polygon, mainnet, or Mumbai testnet, and then you can just submit a mapping request, and that's it. All you have to do. So then that is how we map the asset, and those are pretty much all the main topic that I wanted to cover at this point. And let me just quickly check. Right. So then, you know, we talked about use meta transaction, use economy, right? So then just on the economy page, you're also able to find the code snippets that we provide at Polygon, you know, just to interact with your meta transactions, and, you know, and for deposit and withdrawal that we talked about, you know, the cross-chain asset transfer from the mainnet to Polygon, you will be able to use SDK provided by Polygon just to do the two steps that we talked about. For deposit, you approve, and then you deposit, and then for withdrawal, you burn, and then you're able to take out the funds. So all those, it's, you know, like the heavy lifting has been done by the SDK, and you can just use that directly. All righty, so then let's see, let's just, as I said,
yes. Yuling, we're just coming up on, we have about 4 minutes left, so I don't know if you wanted to open up for questions, or if there are no questions.
Good.
You can still...
Okay.
Sounds good. Yeah. So does anyone, if anyone has questions, feel free to drop it in the chat or raise your hand. And if there are no questions, then you can finish up, and then we'll end around 2 more minutes.
Sure, sounds good. I'm almost done.
Okay. You can just keep going, I guess. I don't see any questions yet.
Sure. All right. Yeah, so then this is our core team at Polygon. Those are our 4 founders. They're the Ethereum believers as well, and they're also engineers. So then the Polygon ecosystem, as we can see that we have a lot of major DeFi NFT dApps on board. There's also gaming dApps on board as well. And just for the updated list of different dApps on Polygon, this also Polygon URL is able to show you like different categories, DeFi, NFT, DAO, and for wallets that support Polygon, it's also listed in here, and then Oracle as well, and then for dev tools, and for centralized exchanges that support Polygon, we have it here, but Coinbase and a few others also support Polygons as well. And right, so then this we talked about, it's very easy for developers, no new skills are required. And those are infrastructure toolings, wallets, Oracle data, meta transactions, and additional tools that you probably know. Tenderly is like a great debug tool for your smart contract. And that's it. So if anyone has any questions to ask, just feel free to unmute and to ask. And then if not, you will be able to find all the resources that I covered here in our chat.
Yeah, so I don't see any questions coming through. So thank you again for your time, Yuling, and thank you everyone else for coming out today. Okay.